Good morning, one and all. So, dear students, so again we can be discuss about the first chapter, nutrition in plants. So you already know that. So nutrition means what? What is the meaning of photosynthesis? What are the mode of the nutrition we can be seeing, and also food making process in plants. How should be the prepared should be food in the plants? What is the cell living organism? What are the parts of the cell? We can be discuss about this lesson, nutrition in plants. Part 1 we can be discussed these sessions. So first one is introduction. What is the introduction in this thing? So you know that plants are the one of the energy for all the living organism. Without plants we cannot be life. Either we can be used for oxygen purpose also. So the sunlight which is passed our body also we can be needed to the plants. Without plants we cannot be survival. Is it? All of us need energy to carry out certain tasks every day. From every do we obtain energy. We all obtain energy by the consuming healthy food at the right time. So we cannot eat any food, so energy cannot be produced. Is it? So the process of the taking of the nutrients from the food that we eat is known as the nutrition. So what is the meaning of nutrition is? It is the process of the taking of the nutrients. Either it should be micronutrients or it should be the macronutrients which can be taken from the food that we eat is known as the nutrition. A living being needs nourishment for the growth and also for the replacement of the tissue. It should be also helpful for the nourishment for growth and also replacement of the tissues in our body also. This is the importance of the food and its nutrients. So in this lesson we can be studying about some concept like that. The mode of nutrition in plants. How should be the mode of nutrition in plants? Food making process in plants. How should be the food should be prepared in plants? Cells in living organisms. We can be discussed about the parts of the cells. So what are the parts of the cells? Their functions. How should be the produce of oxygen and carbohydrates? So next one is other mode of nutrition in plants. So there are the two types of the nutrition. One is autotrophic, another one is the heterotrophic. Under that one we can be seen in the parasitic plants, insectivorous plants, saprotrophs. What is the meaning of the symbiotic relationship? How should be the replenishment of the nutrients in the soil? So you know that photosynthesis is one of the phenomenon. The plants which can be prepared their own food with the help of the sunlight, water and other components in the soil, that should be called as the photosynthesis. Is it? So plants can make the food for themselves. Is it? So, but animals including humans cannot prepare their own food. They get it from plants or animals that eat plants. So they can be directly depend upon the plants or other fleshy animals for their eating purpose. Thus humans and animals are directly or indirectly depend on plants. So without plants we cannot be survival. Hence humans and animals are directly or indirectly depend on these plants. So how plants prepare their own food? So look at the picture here. So without sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, soil and nutrients, they cannot be prepared their own food. So they can be needed to the sum of the nutrients you can be seen. So nutrition can be defined as a process by which organism take in food and utilize it in order to survive. Either it should be plants or it should be animals. The organisms which can be take the food and also utilize in order to survive, that is we can be called as the nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which organisms make food themselves for the simple substance is called autotrophic nutrition. So the plants which can be prepared their own food with the help of carbon dioxide, water, minerals, that is we can be called as the autotrophic mode of nutrition. Yes, these plants are called autotrophs. Auto means self. They can be prepared their own food, that is we can be called as the autotrophs. Heterotrophs means the animals and most of other organisms take in food prepared by plants, they are called heterotrophs. The The most of animals which can be take the food for the organism, food prepared by plants. Already those plants are prepared the food that we can be eat to that one. That is we can be called as the heterotrophs. Food making process in plants. How should be the food should be processing in plants? So plants prepare their own food with the help of certain raw materials. You can be see the diagram here. So there are some components you can be seen: sunlight, water, and also some other nutrients they can be absorbed from the soil. Is it raw materials that can be gathered from their surroundings such as water, carbon dioxide, sunlight, and also some minerals. So minerals means either it should be micro minerals or macro minerals. So mainly important of the minerals should be nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. They can be related to that one. So photosynthesis means what? The process by which plants prepare their food using the raw materials is called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means the plants which can be prepared their own food with the help of the raw materials such as water, carbon dioxide, and also sunlight and other minerals. That is, it can be called as the photosynthesis. Where is the food made in plants? So you know that how should be the food should be stored in the plants? Is it? So look at the picture here. They can show the leaf. So leaf are the storage of the food in the plants. So leaves are also known as the food factory of the plant, as they are places where food is eaten. So we know that leaf, or it can be called as the food factory of the plants, such as these are the places where food is prepared. So they are the factory of the plants, it can be called the one. Why it is called as the factory of the plants? Because different parts of the plants like root together to the raw material from the environment, then transfer them to the leaves where photosynthesis takes place. So whatever nutrients are there, they can be absorbed from the roots, either it should be water or other minerals, then they will be transferred them to the leaves where photosynthesis takes place. So photosynthesis will only take place in the leaf part, not in the roots. Yes, food is prepared in the leaves only. So transportation of water and minerals in plants, so it can be studied in higher classes, that is it can be called as xylem and flow. How should be the root should be passes the water into the all parts of the plant. So here the roots of the plants absorb the water and minerals of the soil, then transport them to the leaves to the stem and branches. Whatever nutrients are there, either it should be minerals, water or there, they can be absorb the water and minerals in the soil and transport them to the leaves to the stem and branches. So how should be the inhalation of the carbon dioxide in plants? So how we are inhalate the oxygen and also exhalate the carbon dioxide, like that. Plants should be also inhalation of the carbon dioxide. So if you observe the plants, there are the tiny holes or pores which are present in the surface of the leaves. That is, we can be called as the stomata. If you take any type of the plant, there are the tiny pores, some type of the pores which are present in the surface of the leaves, it can be called as the stomata. That should be helpful for the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere. We can be trap the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere like this. What is chlorophyll? So you know that plants are the green color, is it? So because the green color pigment which is present in the leaves of the plant, because of this chlorophyll content. So chlorophyll is one of the pigment which are the plants of the green in color. So they will consist of the, if you observe the chlorophyll, so that should be consist of the inner membrane and also outer membrane. In the inner membrane can be seen in the two regions, stroma and thallopoid, we can call that one. Another one is also called as the grana regions. Here the sunlight should be converted into chemical energy. That chemical energy we can be called as the food, we can be seen that one. The chlorophyll not only provide the green color to the leaves but also help in the process of the repeat in that one. There is green color pigment because of the chlorophyll is helpful for them. They will be green in color, but not only for the coloration of the plants, but also they can be captured the sunlight along with the raw materials prepared the food in the weeds. So it can be helpful for the absorption of the sunlight also with other raw material prepared the food in the weeds. They can be helpful for the other raw material which are prepared in the food also. Why is the sun called the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms? It is one of the questions that should be asked to all of us. Is it? Why sunlight is ultimate source of energy? Because the plants use the solar energy to make their food. You know that. So without sunlight, the plants cannot prepare their own food. Maybe which are the depend upon the food for the plants. That is like herbivorous animals depend upon the plant for their food. Animals that do not eat plants depend upon the herbivorous animals. Those animals that do not eat the plants, that should be also depend upon the herbivorous animals. Therefore, all living organisms directly or indirectly receive their energy from the sun. Is it? So we are all depend upon the plants. Either we can be eat the animals also. That type of the animals should be depend upon the plants only. Yes, we can be tell about that one. Sun is the one of the ultimate source of energy for the all living organisms. So first question. Organisms which prepare the food themselves using the simple naturally available raw materials are referred to as. So there is options: heterotrophs, autotrophs, parasites, saprophytes. The correct answer is B options, autotrophs. Is it? So next, second question. Which of the following raw material is available in a photosynthesis? Option is oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. The correct answer should be carbon dioxide. Is it? So next question. In the absence of which of the following in the photosynthesis is not occurring leaves? Chlorophyll, guard cells, vacuoles, space between the cells. The correct answer is chlorophyll. Without chlorophyll, the photosynthesis is not occurring in the leaves. So next one is cells in living organisms. We know that we have the different types of the cells. Either it should be plant cell or it should be animal cells. So plant cells should be like this, animals should be, if you observe the microscope, you can be seen in the different sizes and also different components also you can be seen in the plant or animal cells. So some organisms contain only one cell, which other plants and animals contain many cells in the different ends. You know that there are the two types of the organism you can be seen. One is unicellular organism, another one is the multicellular organism. Uni means single cell. Those are the single celled organism, that is we can be called as the amoeba. So maybe plant or animals which can be, they have the multicellular organism, they will be made up of the billion or trillion of the cells in our body, hence they can be called as the multicellular organisms. So what are the parts of the cells? If you look at the cells, so there are some components we can be observed that one. First one is nucleus. So nucleus is the central part of the cell. So every cell has a nucleus present in the center that perform various functions of the cells. Whatever they are the life processes of being, maybe respiration, excretion, nutrition, all these activities should be helping in the only single cell. That cell should be maintain all the functions. Hence it is also called the nucleus is the one of the perform the all activities and also control of the cell. We can be called that one. Next one is cell membrane. So cell membrane means the every cell which is outer boundary which protect the cell is called cell membrane. So cell membrane means the outer layer which is covered by the covered or protect the cell, that is we can be called as the cell membrane.
The cytoplasm means every cell has a gel-like structure that present in it is called cytoplasm. So cytoplasm means each cell has a gel-like structures that present in it, that is we can be called as the cytoplasm. Look at the picture here. So cytoplasm, this figure can be called as the cytoplasm, this is can be called as the cell membrane. Can photosynthesis take place other part of the plants? So you know that it is only take part in the plants, is it? So sometimes it should be occurred in the green stems and also branches of the plants can also undergo the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is not only play in the only leaves, but also they can be take part in the green stems and also branches of the plants also undergo the process of the photosynthesis. Suppose if you take the desert plants, how should be the prepared their own food or photosynthesis should be occurred? Plants in the desert plants, maybe cactus, do not leaves, but they still exist there because of their stem produce the food for the plant. This is one of the example for the plants which can be prepared by the food with the stem part. That is the example of the cactus we can be tell about that one. Why is the process of the photosynthesis important? So without photosynthesis what happens? There will be no food if the plants would stop conducting the process of photosynthesis. So when the photosynthesis should be stopped, there will be no living organism should be live in this world. So maybe we cannot get the oxygen also because of the there will be maintenance the balance of the oxygen and also carbon dioxide also. And also there will be ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. Hence, photosynthesis is one of the main important role in the plants also and also in the nature also. So lastly, the plants take in the carbon dioxide and produce oxygen during the process of photosynthesis. Hence, without this process, it would not be possible to survive on Earth. There would be no oxygen. Is it? So this is one of the importance of the photosynthesis. Without photosynthesis, we cannot have to take any food, and also like here, there is the do not maintain the balance between the oxygen and also carbon dioxide. Without oxygen, animals also cannot be live. So this is the importance of the photosynthesis. So dear students, today this sessions we can be discussed about what is the meaning of photosynthesis, how should be the plants can be prepare their own food. So what is the significance of photosynthesis? Without photosynthesis, what happens? All this we can be discussed. Rest of them we can be discussed to the next class. Thank you and all.